Hi, Bobby. What are you doing? And where are you, I wonder?
Besides being right there, I've just had you around with the other shirt. I kind of like the idea of a weird, wonderful world with Bobby. And love. No more theft. We're going to leave the theft in this crappy world. That's the stuff that gets left behind. The thieving and the hurting. Like the willful hurting, you know. That's not nice. Bobby. Hold on, I need something. Bobby. Okay. I'll just go. Oh, I forgot it's this way. Well, okay.
What you doing, Bobby?
Bobby.
Have you ever had family members that turned on you? And if so, what did you do? How'd you handle it, Bobby?
I guess that's how it goes, all right. Lord Jesus.
I ask you to bless all of my loved ones, my family, my blood family, my chosen family, all of the loved ones.
With clarity and with mercy and with healing and forgiveness. The enemy likes to demolish relationships. The darkness wants to get in there, get a stronghold, get a foothold, and then blow the whole thing up. We don't have to let him succeed, though. We're in charge here. Jesus has authority over all of those crappy, dark spirits. Pride is the biggest one right now, I think. I mean, every single person has to go through a time where you're on your knees and you are before God and you are very humbled and you're humbled before every single person on earth. Every single person goes through this. Now, some people go through it because individuals plan it out and orchestrate it and carry it out. Other times we just fumble around and we hurt each other through family patterns. We just keep on hurting each other. We get into these grooves. Those are different scenarios there. We have family members that are haphazardly hurting each other versus family members that set out to do so. I mean, that's just... Lord, please help us forgive each other. Our war is not with flesh and blood. Thank you for helping us, Jesus. I know we need help right now. I can feel in the spirit. I feel there's been a lot of tears today. There's maybe been revelation. And I'm seeing this for older people. It's sort of a baby boomer thing happening right now where people are being... the Lord is moving in their hearts and showing them things that they couldn't see about themselves. So if that's you, it's going to be okay. Just hang in there. Be willing to look at it.
Be willing to look at yourself.
God already knows, you're no surprise to him. And he loves you so dearly. Even if you've made terrible mistakes. And he wants us to change these patterns. That's why it resonates so deeply with people. That's why, that's why the surveillance ended up to be a platform. Because people are lost in these old patterns and they don't know what to do about it. And I don't either. I'm just trying to figure it out as we go. But if I can't make peace in my world, then what business do I have trying to bring it out to, the universe? It always used to feel weird, like, especially when I was not doing well or whatever, if I would have people that would be helping or students or something, and I would know good and well, like my bed was not made at home, it was a mess or whatever, it would be hard to just be a straight face talking about how people should do good routines, or especially, I'm thinking of when I was a teacher, I would always have to admit, like, look, my bed's not made right now. Mine is, Dr. Peterson, don't worry. Anyway, let God break your heart. Let you see yourself. It's going to be okay. Break these patterns. Be healed. What's the option? It's up or down. It's up to you. Just let yourself cry and get it all out, and understand that if you're willing to see things differently, if you're willing to let Jesus help you, he will heal you. He will help you. Don't be stubborn. Now's the time to let him in. He's just hanging around. He's like me, driving around the block, trying to help people, encountering very bizarre dynamics, and gosh, what a smear campaign, Bobby. Have you ever known of such a smear campaign? And I can't wait to have people ask me questions. I want to tell you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. I'll tell you everything. I just want someone to ask me. Ask me your burning questions. I mean, that's the thing. If you just show up and tell the truth, then the whole thing falls apart for people who are trying to make a case against you for some reason. Their own reasons. Right, Bobby? That's right. Wouldn't it be funny if he was here? That'd be great. Maybe he'd like to join the Bugles. Maybe. You can ask him. Hi, Bobby. Okay. No, see, that's not going to work. Okay, well, maybe I'll just, if you do, okay. Never mind, Bobby. Okay. This is going to be a Bobby one, but I guess it'll just be for everyone. Life's too short to stay down in the mud too long. There's a reality. We're going to have a reset for our reality. But let's not waste too much time. That's why I don't like a victim thing. It's just a waste of time. Like, let me grieve over it. And this is how grief is for me, is it like it's in waves. It comes with thoughts of things like, oh. Or like, when you think of things, you go a little deeper, and you have a good cry or whatever. But sometimes you just have a thought about something and you go, oh, right. Gross. And, it's like that. You have, betrayals in your life, people that I've been gossiped about for so long. That's not really I just always assume people love to talk shit about me. That's why I make it a habit of never eavesdropping. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. But now, in this case, do tell me, because I can correct the record if it's wrong, Like, if people are telling stories about me, let me tell you what the truth is from my perspective. It could be that two people had a very different experience of the same thing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, that one person's telling the truth and one's not. It could just be a very different experience for someone else. It's the happy, sad, drunk monkey thing again, if you remember that. You have a little cookie jar in there that looks very different depending on what position in the room you're sitting. Okay, Bobby. I guess that's about it. Anything else? I mean, I have other things, but I'll turn the thing around and make a proper video here in a little bit. And when I mean proper, I mean in my weird artsy way. You know? I could set it up properly and have a proper mic and sit behind a desk. It would be like this. I mean, I've done this before. I can dig up old things from 30 years ago. Already did all that. It would be things like, hello, you're listening to, what was it? This is Amy, and you're listening to Alston Brighton Free Radio. It would just be a lot of canned. It's as if the more I set it up in an orderly way, or like a structured way, the more of a performance it becomes. And I just like to sit here and talk to you. I don't want to perform. Because it's not nearly as fun. Anyway. I guess that's the kind of thing that gets you in a little trouble, though, when you got some super fans that want to make a case against you. I would just hope that you guys would just, like, I don't know. I've got tons of videos. You can watch videos and stuff. At least you'll have my whole, like if somebody splices out things to share. That's not nice. That's one thing that I think is just, you can just let me know what you think about this, but the idea that people have eavesdrop on other people and then they play audio or video of their, like, surreptitious recording for other people to hear, like, that's not nice. First of all, what are you doing recording people without their consent? And then also, what? You're holding court with my private, intimate life event? Like, what are you doing there? Gross. Okay, don't do that. I'm getting mad for a hypothetical situation. Yeah. Anyway, y'all need to check in with Jesus. I think he wants to see some of you in his office for sure. The kind of things that you've done here. Not good. Thank you for helping me forgive everybody, Lord. And I don't want to get all furious and fuming because life is short. And we've got other things to do, don't we, Bobby? Okay. Excuse me. I gotta go find something to drink. I'm thirsty. Okay, we'll keep the love. We can leave the theft. We best be leaving the theft.